Hey guys, let's just jump straight into this week's new releases and sneak peeks. Okay, so first we have the Wet n Wild Rebel Rose Limited Edition collection. So there's eyeshadow palettes, brushes, lip products, lip scrub, blush. There's a multi-use oil, a toner, a primer serum. Look, there's a lot of stuff and it's $59.99. This is just not my kind of thing because it's just very, very dark. Even though like there's a red and a green and a yellow in the eyeshadow palette, they're very, very dark versions of those colors, and that's just not my kind of flex. Even the blush, it's like, what is that? It's like a greeny brown kind of thing, but I don't know if it's like a color changing thing or I don't know, but that is not a blush to me. I can pass on that. Charlotte Tilbury is coming out with three limited edition lipsticks. I really like the middle one and the chocolate one. The red one I can pass on. I have never tried anything by Charlotte Tilbury, so I don't really know what to expect if I was to get anything from her, but I love the packaging. Then Dominique Cosmetics is dropping new cream matte lip shades. I really like the two nudie ones, and the red at the top looks like it's a blood red, like a really deep red. I love that kind of red on other people. I would probably just stick to the lighter shades personally, but they are beautiful looking. Then Fenty Beauty is bringing out 3 new stunner lip paints. I love the purple. The purple is gorgeous, such a deep vampy purple. And also 2 kilowatt highlighters. The blue one is probably not an everyday kind of thing. The pink one you could probably work a little bit, but I guess not everybody wants an everyday look. I mean, there's days when you're gonna go out or you want to take pictures, and I guess this is something that you could draw for if you were going to be doing that kind of thing. But as for every day, you're probably gonna find that it's not gonna be that wearable for every day, but they do still look beautiful to me. Then NARS are bringing out some lip balms. These are some plush looking lip balms, some expensive looking lip balm. Like, listen, I don't know how much these are, but I know that NARS is not exactly affordable makeup realm, you know, it's just not in that realm. So I can definitely miss it when it comes to these lip balms. I know that I don't need them, but they are beautiful looking nonetheless. And Benefit Cosmetics have come out with a bunch of stuff. So they've come out with the new cheek palettes. So they have the bronze cheek palette, or the bronze squad palette, and the pink squad palette. And these include some bronzers, highlights, and blushes. Very, very nice. But they've also brought out the minis for this as well. So they've got the mini bronze squad and they've got the mini pink squad. Now, the bronze one looks like it has a bronzer, a highlighter, and a blush. But the pink one just looks like it's 3 pink colors, and I understand that it's being called the pink palette, but I would have thought that this would have followed the same formula as the bronze one, where you have a highlighter, a blush, and a bronzer, because the big pink palette had a bronzer and a highlighter and a blush. So wouldn't you do the same for the mini? Maybe not. Maybe they just wanted them to all be blushes. Okay, that's no problem, you do what you gotta do, fine. But I would have preferred if it was like a blush, highlighter, and a bronzer. They've also brought out 2 new Hoola bronzers. I love this. I love the fact that they've got the regular Hoola, which I've tried. They've got the Hoola Light, and then they've got now the caramel and the toasted. Now as I said, I've tried the Hoola, the regular one, which is the top right hand, and that bronzed me up. Now, look at how light the regular one looks in comparison to the toasted underneath. Now, that must be really, really deep. I would love to see this on somebody with a deep complexion. I think that would look awesome. Well done, Benefit. And then Natasha Denona is coming out with the Bloom Blush and Highlighting Palette. This is cute, and especially the shade that has the ND like pressed into it. I definitely like that color, but I don't feel like I need this, and I feel like that red is probably going to be a little bit too deep for my complexion, but it's a beautiful palette nonetheless. Betsy Johnson's coming out with this new affordable makeup line, but when she's coming with prices like $30 for eyeshadow palette, $18 for a matte liquid lipstick, to me that's not affordable. Like ColourPop is affordable in my eyes, you know, so I can't necessarily call this affordable as such, but I guess certain people have different definitions for affordable. That's not affordable to me, but either way, when I look at this, I don't feel like I need it. It doesn't really inspire me or draw me in, but okay. And then Dior Makeup have their new lip maximizer in beige, as well as their Backstage palette in amber. Have we already seen this palette? We've probably already seen the palette because it looks familiar. But then with a lot of luxury makeup brands, I kind of feel like they just play it safe. It's not really out there. It's usually quite downplayed makeup. Whatever. I don't have the money for it anyway. And then NARS are coming out with the new Exposed Cheek palette. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love the packaging. That's what I love about it, because it's like, if you look at it, the packaging looks like it has the water waves on top of it, you know, like in a swimming pool, if you're looking down to the bottom of the swimming pool. And then the actual palette, the pans have these waves as well, these water waves. It's beautiful. It's so nice. I don't understand what Exposed has to do with the water though. I really don't, because it's called the Exposed Cheek palette. So what has that got to do with the water swimming pool waves? I don't know. Anyway, beautiful palette. I love the colors. I could see myself wearing a couple of those shades, but I've got so much blush, I don't need this. And then Charlotte Tilbury is coming out with the Icon palette. This reminds me of, who does this reminds me of a palette. I can't remember off the top of my head, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, hold on, haven't we seen a palette that looks similar to this, with like a bunch of nudie, goldy, brownie shades and then a pop of blue? Was it one of the Naked palettes? Probably not. I can't remember what it's called, but there's definitely a palette that looks similar to this. I can't remember. Very pretty palette. Don't feel like I need it. Haven't tried anything by Charlotte Tilbury, as I've said, but it looks gorgeous regardless. And then Good Molecules are coming out with some skincare, and these are ranging from like $6, $8, $9. It's around that range, and it kind of reminds me of The Ordinary, you know that brand, The Ordinary. Like, they have really affordable skincare as well, so have a look at them too. Milk Makeup is coming out with some new lip colors. These look cute. I like the packaging, but there's nothing that's making me go, wow, gotta have it kind of thing, you know. ColourPop are coming out with the BFF liquid liners. So they're like felt pens, but they're liquid liners. The white looks like stark white, and that's kind of what you want. You want that opaque dark white if you're gonna have a white liner. So this looks really good. I'd like to try these. They're $8 each. See, that's affordable. Clinique are coming out with a Cheek Pop on the Glow Trio palette, which is limited edition. It's $29.50. Listen, I don't need this. I feel like it's, like, I can understand, like, you're paying for the name and the fact that they probably had to have die cuts made for like shaping the pans into that flower, pressing it into that flower shape. So these are the things that you're paying for, but it's just kind of like, look, that is a lot for 3 shades. Milani are coming out with the Intense Bronze Glow Liquid Body Shimmer thing, as well as a highlighter. They're cute, don't get me wrong, but I can pass on that. And lastly, Too Faced are coming out with the Natural Lust palette. It's a 30 shade palette. There was a lot of, you know, mixed reviews with the last Natural palette. Not everybody was really into it. They didn't feel like it had the same kind of quality as the rest of their palettes. And this one has this really beautiful, like, turquoisey kind of blues. Beautiful. But I won't be buying this entire palette, which is basically 100 shades of beige, just for that one blue color. Like, I wouldn't be, no. Can't do it. I really can't do it, but it does look pretty. I just don't feel like it looks so, like, from what I remember, it doesn't look that much different from their other palette. It really doesn't. Anyway, so those were all of this week's new releases. I don't feel like I'm interested in anything too tough aside from the ColourPop liquid liners, and as I said, that Charlotte Tilbury palette. Like, what does it remind, like, I can't remember the name of the palette that it looks like. Please remind me down below, because I know that one of you will know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.